Hello all. In week 4, we're going to be looking a little bit at persuasion. If you've got a point or make an argument, you will find that people are going to fall into these 5 categories. The majority are probably going to be fairly neutral. There are some people who are negative, but there are some people who are not just negative, it's hostile. Versus there are people who are positive and others who are supporters. So make sure that you're aware that you're going to have all those various points in your argument before you start looking at it. Principles of persuasion here in chapter 14. Have a look through these and see what you come up with. Then take some time how putting together your presentations. Your readers' basic needs. Why do we how in communication? We've got Maslow's hierarchy. If you've taken any psychology, sociology classes, you're probably already familiar with these. The various points. Psychological needs are safety needs, belongingness and love are esteem needs, and finally, at the very top of this is our own self-actualization, why we do things for ourselves. All right. Also within this, Altman and Taylor's social penetration model. Have a look through here and kind of help yourself to better understand what we need to do in order to make people believe things. When we are doing persuasion, we always hear about the iceberg model. And this comes about because we only see the top of the iceberg, but that is actually the smallest part. Most of the argument is actually underwater. All right, your rhetorical strategy, how to put your argument together using these 6 steps. Let's see if I can pull this down. There's also Toulmin's 3-part rhetorical strategy, making a claim, providing data for that, and then creating a warrant. Then we have the gas cap, which is a way of organizing and remembering these 7 key argumentative strategies. Do you take time to go through these and review the points? All right, watch out for an emotional appeal. It's easy to convince someone. There are so many things you see on Facebook every day that you look at the picture and you're immediately caught up into it. But this unfortunately only lasts for a little while, because we can get someone to agree with you from an emotional standpoint, but they can you can soon lose them when they stop and look at facts. Emotional argument is effective, but it's your least popular one that you need to work with. You also need to be aware of looking at things from an ethical standpoint. Um, Fallacies. Our fallacies are false logic. Your red herring comes from the days when you could rub a red herring if you had a dog chasing you on the ground. The herring is such a strong smell that the dog can no longer finish chasing you, won't be able to smell your scent anymore. A straw man is a weak argument that can be easily refuted. Begging the question, claiming a truth as if it were an obvious conclusion already. Circular argument, well, because of this, then this. Always not always going to happen. Ad populum, popular belief. Everybody believes this. Versus the argument against a man. When you base your argument simply on one person rather than the argument. Non sequitur, meaning it doesn't follow. Two facts are not related. And you again see this all the time. And then finally, post hoc ergo propter hoc. And this is because this happened, this happened. Again, just because two events are simultaneous does not mean that they have any relationship to one another. And then your 5-step motivational checklist. But again, take your time, go through the chapter 14 that's got a lot of excellent points on how to set up your argument papers. Thanks.